Hello and welcome. My name is Jevan, and today I am joined by.
Leah.
We are the co-creators of StarCof. Yeah, I was gonna say something else after that, but that's it. So we're a little late, but with all the holidays around, this is the first time we've really had a chance to talk about what has happened this past year, the year one of our channel.
2014, baby.
2014 is done. It is January 2nd of
hmm
2015. And yeah, so let's start off by talking about what has happened throughout the year of this channel.
hmm
So I uploaded the very first video on January 9th.
hmm
Uh, and pretty much from then on for a while, it was just pure
Vlogs,
vlogs
lots of vlogs.
whenever they would come out. There was no
hmm
schedule. It was very disorganized and just a lot of vlogs. With an occasional skit that we had previously recorded.
hmm
Shirt.mov came out on February 9th,
hmm
which we recorded, oh my God, so long ago.
So long
It was
ago.
a very long time ago.
Yeah.
So, let's start off from the beginning. We actually well, I guess since it's been a year, we've had a lot of channel views from the first videos. But what did you think about like the beginning, or at least the let's see how far they go.
Well, with what I'm impressed with, like overall, with the beginning, from the beginning to the where we are now, is it's just really like I'm impressed with the growth and the knowledge of really learning how to do YouTube because that's something that I've never really been able to or really figured out until really now. I mean, it's taken like a whole year for me to learn, even just simple stuff. Because I'm more, I feel like I'm not really technologically, which is stupid to say because we're in such a technological field, but but it's been nice to learn. I feel like the production quality has grown immensely.
Mm-hmm.
Um, your artwork has gotten incredible in
Mm.
comparison to our the very very first.
Oh yeah, because every single channel art was literally the thumbnail wasn't correct because the
hmm
sizing was incorrect because I guess I just didn't learn about the sizing. Everything was exactly the same. It was just the
hmm
logo with the name, but you couldn't see the name and a number. That's
hmm
literally all it was throughout the whole thing. So yeah, I've learned a lot, and
hmm
I think what I'm looking at the channel right now, up until September 10th of 2014, was pure vlogs and like an occasional skit.
hmm
So everything, I pretty much every video was really short. I mean, the average video was probably 4 minutes, I guess, maybe even less than
hmm
that, and it was just me talking to the camera.
Yeah, and it really didn't return until November.
November, that's when. Well, I guess I started doing. I started doing like gameplay videos in September,
hmm
but uh, the new logo came out when I returned in August because I uploaded a video in June and then I
hmm
didn't start uploading again until August 12th. So June 3rd to August 12th was a
hmm
huge gap where there was nothing. Um, which was mainly I think I talk about it in my Let's Talk Depression
In
video. Uh,
yes, yeah.
it was mainly because of that, but I know there's a big gap now. Like there hasn't been a video for a couple weeks. That just because of the holidays, and
Yeah,
I've been
take a
out of town.
break.
Leah's been out of town, and I just haven't
hmm
been able to record videos. But that big gap was mainly because of just personal issues that I talk about in that video.
hmm
And from then on, there was, I guess, little gaps, but mainly I started to realize what what I wanted this channel to become and what I
Mhm.
wanted to do with it. What we wanted, we've had very many discussions about it, about
Mhm.
where we want this channel to go, what we want to be doing in the future. Um, so
Which is good. I think this year has really been a huge learning lesson, and which leads to what now we feel like we can do, and how we can continue to grow. And I mean, just even doing this right here is something that we've never done, and this might turn into um, you know podcast Mondays, or just or something like that, where we can just new ideas will come. And I'm excited to I really like starting November personally. November really kicked off I think, a really, really good streak for us
yeah,
of
November
putting out
was
videos.
the I don't know if I did it that was every single day, right?
Yeah, you did one a day.
One a day.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to look all through because there's been, I guess I don't have like thousands of videos, but just in the past year, uh,
Mm,
such a big shift. I would say I've gone completely away from doing vlogs, which I would like to get back to doing,
mhm.
to doing pure gameplay videos. Because, well, not pure, because we started in November. We started the Super StarCof Sunday,
Mhm.
which we'll get to in a second. But I switched to mainly gameplay videos because I was doing that already.
Mhm.
Um, it allowed me to record and like be able to release content consistently because I could record in batches and be able to, communicate with the audience and kind of release what I eventually would like to have it as a separate channel.
Mhm.
Which I already registered, but I would eventually, once we get big enough or whatever, like to
Mhm.
have just like a separate StarCraft Games channel. So for the people who don't like that as the content, so that is the future plan of the whole thing. But for now, it's all consolidated as one.
Mhm.
Um, and then Super StarCraft Sunday started in November, and I thought that went off really well.
Yeah, it was a great way to be able to. Well, probably a lot of people don't know is that we're states apart right now, and
Mm-hmm.
so doing stuff like that it's kind of a thinking out of the box situation. I feel like Super Starcraft Sunday really was a good way to a great experiment to really figure out, okay, how do we do this when we're states apart?
Agreed.
How do you
Yeah.
how do you create content together when you're apart? I mean, it's sort of something that has been, I think super if I could speak English,
Super.
Super Starcraft Sunday
There you go.
really helped with that.
Yeah, I agree. I just randomly thought of it one day, and I think it was near the beginning of November,
Mhm.
and I kind of just pitched it to you. Said, "Hey, we used to run a film club. Uh,
Mhm.
this is a way for us to make videos. Let's do it." That's
Yeah.
that's really what it was. And I've been I don't know if you know this, Leah, but I've been posting like the challenges, my notes of what to make for the video, and then the winner of the
Mhm.
week on my wall.
Which is cool, because then that
Oops.
really creates a discussion, and so yeah.
Exactly. Like I
Mhm.
have exactly, who's won. We have one where we didn't where was do nothing and we fulfilled the challenge by not posting a video because we did nothing. That's not exactly what I imagined, but I
But it
guess
actually
it
did
happened, so we tied
all
on
in
that
the
one.
memories.
I'm currently winning. I have
Yes.
I have three tier two wins, and we've been trying to get other people to be involved as well, but
Mhm.
to no avail.
Other filmmakers, other people,
other
friends.
friends, whatever. We'd love to get more people involved with that challenge system.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, it's a lot of fun. It's we just randomly, give each other challenges and we do them, and it keeps me at least focused and my brain going. I guess I don't know how else to say that.
Soul stimulation.
Exactly. And so I've mainly been going by views. Like depending on yeah, the amount of views you get on the video, and that's the winner. But
Mm-hmm.
sometimes it's sometimes it's hard to do that because then I would have to wait an entire week to say the winner. Thus, there's no you don't know who the winner is of the challenge of that week or whatever until the next week, so we would be so far behind. We'll figure it out for season 2. Season 2, by the way, let me look at the calendar real quick. Season 2, the video will come out on January 11th. Just for everybody to know. That will be
Mm-hmm.
the beginning of season 2. We're going to talk about what to change, what we liked and stuff like that. I guess we can do that here. Uh but I guess we'll come back to that.
Yeah.
Besides that, what you're typing? You're typing.
I know I'm typing. I'm putting it on my calendar.
Okay. Uh, Besides that, what else have you really, wanted for the channel? Because that was something that was lacking for a while in our channel was input, like you having an effect on the channel, which I was trying to get from the very get go, but you've been busy and stuff like that, and
Mm-hmm.
we couldn't figure out a way how to get you involved
Mm-hmm.
without constantly being involved.
Yeah, it's well, I think a lot had to do. I think what was really good about how this year played out is it is learning how to manage being apart and figuring out ways around that. And I think as far as personally, I'd really like to um, I mean, I'd like to put out more narrative content and sort of do, you and I, we have a lot of content that, you've written and we've kind of conceptualized, and that would be really great to see that through. And which will be a challenge, which will be something to figure
Mm.
out. And that's going to be a big learning curve. And then, um, yeah, I mean, I just would really like to get better. I think my personal goals is to learn how to manage and really figure out the whole YouTube side of production and the regular, it's like the what's that documentary 6 days to air or something like that, the with
I don't know what you're talking about.
South Park. The
Oh,
South Park
okay.
documentary.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Figuring out really that kind of, what it's interesting to learn what it takes and the commitment level. And I think that was what's really good about this year
Yeah, I mean,
is,
the
mm-hmm,
I think the main thing is that this isn't our full-time job. Well, not
mm-hmm,
yet. So, we have to figure out ways around our schedules to make videos,
mm-hmm.
which isn't always that easy. I mean, we
Yeah,
both,
it was surprisingly, it was really difficult,
yeah,
I found.
we both work, full-time jobs.
Mm-hmm,
So, it is I mean, I don't sleep sometimes to make videos. I have to figure ways around my hours, and so do
mm.
you. And it's not as easy as at least I first thought. I mean, maybe
Oh,
if we would have done
totally.
this in high school, it would have probably been easier because we would have had more time.
Yeah,
But
that's true.
now that we're older, it's really difficult to consistently post videos, at least until our channel grows and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But for the time being, it's not easy at all.
Mhm.
Uh, but
Which is good because I mean, it's back to the mental stimulation. It's very it's a good challenge, and
yeah, agreed.
I'm looking forward to this next year with, even just within this conversation, it's just more ideas and,
Mhm.
it's definitely it's super cool. I'd really like to see build, more of a community and get people to, especially just networking in general and for the channel and bringing in to do the, Sunday challenges and doing the stuff like that. I'd really that's something that I'd like to see happen.
Speaking of what we want to happen, let's start talking about what we have in the works to happen in the near future, and then we'll go on to the distant future or what we want to happen later on. So, with the holidays,
Hmm.
um, I got some stuff that will I will start doing on the channel. I got several games that I'll start doing. Where we've already talked about redoing Super StarCraft Sunday for season
Hmm.
2. What other things do you want to start releasing as of January 11th that you can
I'd
think
like
of?
to really dive into some podcasts too because this is a new thing for us, and I think maybe, really creating discussions about things that need to be spoken about, just like your depression video vlog. I
Mm-hmm.
think, opening up conversations for um things that need to be talked about. And I think that would be something I'd really like to see happen. And um obviously more content and in the ways of more near, I think talking about the near distant future, I'd like to really get a web series up there and um I don't know, it's just stuff like that. Man, I have such a long list
So yeah,
that it's
so
hard to
20
include it all, but
2015 2014 was like the year of growing. You know, we were starting out. I would say 2014 was just starting out learning. I think 2015 is going to be the year of growing. We're just going to try
Mhm.
to grow the channel at least for me, I'm going to try to grow the channel as much as possible.
Yeah.
And then from then on, it's just like ever expansion. So just growing the channel is our goal um
Mhm.
for
I
2015.
think, yeah, it's sort of that thing where, yeah, growing and learning more of the management styles and
Mhm.
learning how to really, yeah, just I guess that falls in with growing. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
we have a lot of things in the works that we want to do. It's just the time and the money and everything like that. So,
Mhm.
speaking of narrative series, that's a weird. That doesn't sound correct, but whatever. We've always wanted to do lifelines, but
Yeah.
that's such a long-term project and
Yeah.
probably not gonna happen this year. It may, who knows, but probably not. What other narrative things were you thinking of besides Super StarCraft Sunday?
Well, a lot of your shorts that you've sent to me and that I've read, especially the
Hmm.
dinner party one.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it would be really, really cool to do and tell people about. So that's sort
Hmm.
of like a interesting mind twist, which most likely, hopefully, we can produce that and get that to
Yeah.
you guys. It'd be really, really fun.
I think the hardest thing is just us being apart
Mm-hmm.
to create things that we can do. So we'll have to get you out here, or we'll have to get out there, and we'll have to record a bunch of videos and release them throughout the
Mm-hmm.
year or whatever.
Production week.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Speaking of something though, I do. This is something random. I don't know, but I personally want to move this year. That is something for
That's new. That's actually something yeah.
something for that's like
Wow.
changes the channel and everything like that. I want to move.
Mm-hmm.
So
Do you
I
know
think
where you want to move?
no, not yet. I mean, I have like three cities in mind, but uh, that I guess that's gonna change the entire dynamic of the channel as well because I'm gonna be moving,
Mm-hmm.
and working more, and hopefully you will move with me. That's the biggest thing.
Mm-hmm.
If you can move with me, then we are set for the channel.
It'll
Um,
happen. Yeah.
but we'll have to figure that out later.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so what other thoughts do you have for the channel? Like, where do you want to see this channel go in the next like 5 years or whatever?
The next, I always go back to every time we talk about it, I go back to the umbrella effect that we, well, that you coined.
Mm-hmm.
And I I want to see more of a community. I really, running the film club in high school and really having that community in college and film school and experiencing that. And I know a lot of people, a lot of artists, a lot of actors, musicians, a lot of people that don't have an outlet. And I would love to see this as an outlet, like as
Mm-hmm.
a um, just a group of artists that want to produce content, and I, have it be sort of that umbrella that no matter where you are, if you're, across, 3,000 miles away, and you want an outlet and you want a soundboard and someone to talk to, and or create discussions, stuff like that. I'd like to see it become a network of people.
I'm 100% in agreement. I mean, it's hard. It's hard to do it nowadays because anyone can just film themselves and put up content on YouTube.
Hmm.
But I think
I think
where
community is
yeah,
what,
we want a
to sum
community.
that
We want to
up.
build a community, but I think another way of thinking of it is that YouTube takes a lot of work, and you can just post videos, or you can, you know, if you know us, or if you want to be be a part of a channel or be a part of a network, we can manage everything, and all you have to do is create content.
Hmm.
That I think that's where the umbrella comes up, is that we want to be the helpers, and because we went to film school,
Hmm.
and for people who want to go to film school, I think nowadays you don't really need to. It's a great experience, yes, but when you have people who have been through it and have spent the
Hmm.
money and have been through the industry, and at least in my opinion have realized that I learned a lot in film school, but I learned more doing things on film sets than being in film school at any time.
Yeah, you can learn more out in the field than reading a book in a classroom. And yeah, and I think, yeah, that's definitely the long term goal, is to sort of be that that community and that helping hand. And I mean, I just, like I said, I know a lot of people that I have conversations with, and who are just sort of like, I don't know, I want to do this and I'm passionate about it, but how? Where?
Mhm.
Who will hire me?
Mhm.
How can I get experience if nobody will give me the opportunity to even get any first experiences? And so it's
Yeah.
really, I think that
And I think that a
would
lot of
be,
people are
yeah.
really skeptical of going to the internet and that being your first experience, but nowadays I mean that is a great first experience, and I would love for the people we talk to, for us to be that first job experience, for us to be
Mhm.
saying, "Hey, yeah, we'll give you a chance."
Mhm.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean,
Believing in them. Yeah.
the thing that a lot of people are worried about is that how am I going to make money?
Yeah.
That's always the biggest question. And what I've come to realize is that be in the industry 2 years and you will not make money.
Yeah. It
You,
takes a long time, and it really doesn't. I feel like I turn around and I look into my experiences, and I wish I had someone there telling me the things that I know now.
oh
And
yeah.
that, I mean, had I known to take a photography class in high school, and I would have had lot of stress taken off my shoulders in college. Or, you know, what's important to know when you're doing certain jobs, you know, like being a grip, or
Mm-hmm.
even in directing, if that's something you want to pursue. The kind, you know, attitude, the kind of attitude that you want to have going into things, and resources. I mean, just all the above. I feel like that's a subject for a different podcast, but
Yeah.
I think that, and to wrap that up, is to definitely, I think that would be a big goal eventually for what we want to do with this, you know, personally too.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I mean, I'd really like to see it go in that direction, but I don't know. What else any other
No,
thoughts?
that's really it. I mean, I just want growing. That's the name of 2015 is just growing our channel, growing our community, growing every aspect
Growing
from where it is now.
ourselves.
Growing ourselves, exactly. I've I've changed completely from the beginning of the year to now. I mean, I moved to a whole new place, didn't know anybody.
Hmm.
And I've talked about this throughout the entire year. And now, I mean, yes, I have depression, but I think I have it completely managed and I know who I am and I've completely accepted it. And
That's
just
incredible. Yeah.
growing throughout, that's just the beginning of the channel. And now this next year, there's always more growing to do. And the channel and the community and ourselves are going to grow and hopefully flourish this year,
Hmm.
which I'm very excited for. Uh, we have so many things we want to do, so many things in the works, and there's going to be just so much more to come.
Yeah, and I hope you guys enjoy.
Agreed. So this is Ben StarCof year one,
Hmm.
wrap up of 2014, and what is to come. My name has been Jevan.
And I'm Leah, and I'm gonna go take my first shower of the new year.
Thank you so much for watching. Remember to hit that like button and consider subscribing for more. And I will see you later.